Today's why question is why don't we have hair on the bottom of our hands? We say palms, palms of our hands, or the bottom of our feet, which we say soles, soles of our feet. Why don't we have hair there? Well, of course, the quick answer is we don't have follicles there. Hair comes from follicles, the little tubes in your head, or even tubes here, where that's why on the back of your hand you have more hair. So there's no follicles for hair to come out of. That's the easy answer. The more difficult answer, which I researched for this video because I was surprised too, is that recently they've actually, for years, they didn't know why we don't have follicles on our hands and feet. And they recently discovered that there's a protein called DKK2. So let me read this like DKOF2 is the full name, DKOF2. But the shortened name is DKK2 is a protein, and it's higher in areas with less hair. So it's very high on the palms, in the palms, and in the soles of our feet. Because it's higher there, that protein actually inhibits. Inhibits is a fancy way to say decreases something from happening. Inhibit. So to decrease it from happening, it's not impossible to happen. That's why some people still have hair and follicles on their hands, but it inhibits the developing of those follicles. So why? So that's a more interesting question. Under natural selection, why did we create? Why do our bodies create this protein to avoid having hair follicles here? Again, that protein is DKK2. That's interesting. And I knew two of the three of these, but this is interesting. That the third one is quite important. Yeah, I used to camp a lot, so I was surprised the third one is so important. So number one is, of course, grip and dexterity. Dexterity means like you can easily, like dexterity, you can easily bend, like I can bend and touch here. Dexterity. So you can grab something and you can move it around with your hands and feet. For example, you could climb a mountain a long time ago, even without shoes, because your feet can feel the rocks underneath and stuff. That's why there's a famous blind guy who climbed Mount Everest, and he can feel, but he can also hear. But those both those skills help him. So grip and dexterity. The second one is thermoregulation. So you might notice this, me especially, that my hands and my feet are really cold. Even I'm inside the covers, inside the bed, my hands and feet are always cold because with the hands and feet without hair, it's easier to get rid of your, to not get rid of, I shouldn't say thermoregulation means to regulate. Thermal means your body temperature. So to help you become cooler or help you become hotter. So it regulates your temperature in your body to keep you at a perfect 98.6 degrees, or in Japan will be, I think, 37 Celsius. So there's thermoregulation. So it releases your heat or it grabs your heat. So in both ways, it keeps you regulated, your correct body temperature. The third one, which I said at the beginning, was very interesting. I didn't know about, but I understood from all my years of camping, is protection against parasites. Parasites like lice, ticks, and chiggers, which I'll explain each one of those. But lice, ticks, and chiggers, lice love to live in your hair. Well, all three of them love to hide themselves from you. So that's why if you have a shirt like this when you're camping, it'll go inside here. That's why when I used to be a Boy Scout, they recommended only having short sleeves are okay, but especially shorts, only having shorts. Don't have long pants. Because if it's exposed skin, usually they don't attack that as much. It's interesting. So if you have shorts, they'll try to attack here, or they'll try to attack under your sock. So what are they? So lice is, of course, attacks your head usually, but it's parasite that gets into you and kind of sucks on you. It makes you itchy. All of them make you itchy kind of. Ticks is, of course, a black insect, small insect. It's like a pinhead. You can see it, of course. It's on the outside of your skin. It sucks your blood. Chiggers, which is the craziest of the three, is kind of like tick. It sucks on your blood, but it goes inside your skin. So usually you're itchy, but you can't see a chigger. And as a Boy Scout who camped at least 3 days every month, from like 10 years old until I was 18, kind of six, I was in scouting from 6 years old to 18. So I camped a lot, and I had to deal with chiggers and ticks a lot. Luckily, I've never had lice. I've had classmates have lice. But anyway, those three things love to attack where the hair is, where they love to have cover to hide from you. So if there's no skin, sorry, no skin, if there's no hair, follicles and no hair on your hands and feet, then of course they can't hide there. So easy to find them. So if you have very hairy arms, it'll be easier to hide there. So that's why. So again, why don't we have hair on our palms and our feet, soles of our feet and palms of our hands? Of course, because DKK2, a protein which inhibits the development of follicles on our hands and feet, which they think the reasons are, of course, for grip and dexterity, for thermal regulation, and of course for protection from parasites. So the more you know. So homework tomorrow when you go to school, or whatever school, elementary, junior, high school, college, or even if you're a working person, teach your friends at work. Great cooler talk, like ice cooler talk, like, hey, do you know why? Like, it's very interesting. Okay, the more you know. Thanks again. Don't forget to always let us know any questions you might have, and always share these with your friends and family. The more people learn, more information, the better. We'll see you in tomorrow's video. Take care. See you.